The touching relationship of the screen did not exist in real life.
I don't think Charlie really liked me very much. I don't know why. I liked him. I was very impressed with him. But we had almost no social contact of any kind. I was never invited to his house because he didn't entertain very much. But when he did entertain, I was never invited. I had my own life. I think perhaps I had been married and divorced, and perhaps I was more sophisticated than he saw me. Perhaps he saw me as the blind girl and not as me. And for this reason, didn't like me.
She had the scene, that last part of the picture, where she realizes it's him, and she feels and gives him the flower, and, well, it's a heartbreaking moment. It's a magnificent moment in the picture. And she said to him just before they did the take, do you think I might get off a little early today because I have to go to the hairdresser's. I'm going to a party tonight. And he went crazy.
Charlie fired me in the middle of the film. I was late coming back, probably from lunch, and he was kept waiting, which was not allowed. So he said I was spoiled and I obviously shouldn't be in films, and I was fired.
The star of the gold rush was brought in.
She was not really an actress. And he simply fought all the way to get her to do the scenes and never felt that he was getting them. But when it came to the final scene, the dramatic scene, where she realizes that after she has her sight, that he was the one who was her benefactor, and she feels his hand and realizes this is the chap that did all these things for her. He did reshoot that scene with me. He played the part right with me, off camera. But he was the little tramp, and he was the one that I played right with. So the feeling was right there between us, because he didn't just direct it, he played it with me. So I saw him and he was with me, and there was a complete rapport between us. I'm going to redo all City Lights with you, just the way I did the Gold Rush. I'm going to redo the whole thing with you.
But even Chaplin realized this was not the gold rush. Times had changed, and he had shot far too much film. Marion Davis knew he'd never waste it. A friend of both, she told Virginia, now you can name your own terms.
So I said to Charlie, I can't come back and work, you know, because I no longer have a contract with you. And he said, what do you mean? What do you mean? I said, I signed it before I was of age. He said, that's nonsense, absolute nonsense. So I said, no, it isn't. I was 21 last week. And ask your lawyer if it's not so. And he hung up. He called back later and said, I think you'd better come down and we'll talk about it. So Marion said, now you've got him. And I went back and I got double the amount. So I had the large sum of $150 a week from then on to the rest of the film.